Hey everyone, it's your old mate Shano here. Thank you very much for stopping by to check out today's video. This is a bit of a look back on our last couple of days of camping. It's just been a long weekend here in Australia. That public holiday fell on the Thursday of last week. So I took Friday off work and made it a nice big long weekend. So we decided to head off to the hills to do a little bit of camping. Now this of course is Emma's first time out camping, so we weren't super sure how things were going to go, but as you'll see in the video ahead, things went pretty well. So we arrived out at the property at around about 11 to 11:30 a.m. It's a beautiful day on Thursday. It wasn't super hot, which was great, and we decided to have a look around the property first, because there's this quite big huge paddock where you can choose your site. They only rent out 4 spots in this big area, so it always feels nice and private, which is really good. Once we set up or discovered which was our preferred corner, we started to set up the tent. The ground sheet went down first, and then we laid out our tent and started to get it set up. We've got one of those Coleman pop-up tents, and we bought it probably a year or so ago now, and it's been one of the best things we ever bought because it does make putting the tent up a whole lot easier, which was great. As you can see in the little clip here, this is it once it's up. It doesn't have the fly over top of it yet, but that's what the inner looks like. So it probably took us a little bit longer than usual to get things set up because we had Emma with us, of course, but as you can see here, once we had the tent up, she did a little tour, a little inspection of the tent, if you will, and then we got the sit down of approval. So that was pretty cool to see. We were pretty stoked about that. And pretty much after that, we sat down and did what we always do camping, and that is have a nice cold beer, a couple of snacks, and enjoy those first few moments of peace where we start to relax and settle down. And that certainly was easy in the spot because we're surrounded by farmland. There was some alpacas on the property, as well as a bunch of chickens, but the alpacas were the friendliest of the group that were there. And so we just spent the afternoon chilling out. We went for a couple of walks. The place where the campsites are is on the grounds of a historic building. Nowadays it is a cafe and an art gallery, and the grounds are beautiful. It's covered in big huge trees, and as you can see, we are in one of the paddocks next door, way over there in the far corner, and it was just perfect because it was nice and close to civilization, but also isolated enough that we felt like we were in the middle of nowhere. Now, of course, having a cafe on site meant that we were absolutely forced into trying the cakes. Of course we weren't, but Mrs. B decided that we had to test some of them out. We got, in the first batch that we tried on the first day, we got a apple crumble and a lemon slice. Now both of those were heated up in the oven for us, and got a nice big dollop of homemade cream on the side. They were absolutely fantastic. They reminded me of the cakes that my grandma used to make, so took me back to my childhood, which was really nice. As for the rest of the day, of course, as is our tradition when we're camping, it was more chilling out. Of course, we've got the dog now, so we took her for quite a few walks around the property just to get her used to the different smells and things that are around. And here's some thoughts that I had as we got closer towards the end of the day. Let's take in Emma for a bit of a walk around the boundary of the property at the moment. This afternoon has been one of doing nothing, really. Just chilling out, reading a book, listening to some podcasts. She's very interested in the cows over there. Yeah, it's been a nice quiet afternoon, doing nothing. Exactly what camping's all about. It's just past 6 o'clock in the evening now, and I think we might be getting the cooker fired up soon so that we can make some dinner. And that is exactly what we did. We cooked ourselves just a nice, simple dinner on the Thursday because we were full from those cakes we had earlier in the day. And pretty much the rest of the day was just sitting there reading our books, listening to some podcasts, chilling out, having a snooze. And one of the highlights of the day was watching the sun go down. So it was absolutely wonderful. I've got to say, that first day was one of the most relaxing times that we've had when we've been out camping. It's really nice to have Emma there with us. It was a new experience for her, a new experience for us as well. And that was pretty much it for the day. It was nice to have Emma out there with us. First time with her, as I said before. She settled into it really, really nicely. We weren't quite sure how she would go, but she took to it like a duck to water. And that Thursday, just the combination of the temperature, the location, and all that was probably one of the best, most relaxing times that I've had camping. So that's got to be something positive to take away from it. So in the next video, we'll have a look at day 2 and day 3. But for now, that's it. Thanks for checking out the video, and I will see you in that next one.